Hey, Mackie Kyle here. I wanted to share some insight that I have gotten from a really powerful little book that I've read. It's entitled The Go-Giver by Bob Burg and John David Mann. And it's a parable, so it's kind of a fictional story with real-world applications. And I think it would definitely be worth your while to invest your time in reading the book. It's about 125 or 30 pages. But it's got five success, they call them stratospheric success principles that are brought out through this fictional story. And there are some characters, Joe and Pindar as his mentor, and Joe meets these five folks, or four folks actually, through the course of the story, and learns these success principles. So as the book opens, Joe is working for this company, and he's a real go-getter, hard worker, trying to figure out how to become successful. And he's got this deal that he's trying to put together, and he goes to one of the wise gentlemen in the company and says, "Hey, I need a heavy hitter that I can go to get some clout." And so he tells him to look up this gentleman named Pindar. So Joe meets Pindar, and Pindar is the one that introduces him to these five stratospheric success principles. So as they initially meet, Pindar shares some things with him, and he talks about the idea that the most successful people are the ones that give the most, and that just completely blows Joe away. He says, Pindar continued, "The majority of people operate with a mindset that says to the fireplace, 'First give me heat and then I'll throw in some logs.' Or they say to the bank, 'Give me interest on my money, then I'll make a deposit.' And of course it just doesn't work that way." He said, you can't go in two directions at one time. Trying to be successful with making money as your goal is like trying to travel a superhighway at 70 miles an hour with your eyes glued to the rearview mirror. And I think that's a pretty powerful concept, that if you go into business with the sole purpose of making money, that it's going to be difficult for you to do that. And that seems kind of counterintuitive. It seems weird. But Pindar assures Joe that if he focuses on giving to others and helping others, that in the end it will yield the results that he's after. And so the first success principle that they come up with, that Pindar shares with him, is the law of value. And he says your true worth is determined by how much more you give in value than you take in payment. So if you've got a job or a relationship or trying to build a business, whatever you do in your life, the more that you give, the more that it will benefit you in the long run. The more that you give, the more it will benefit you in the long run. The more that you give, the more value you will have to others. So that's principle number one. I'm going to outline the other four, and I challenge you to check out those other videos. But then again, this has been Mackie Kyle, sharing from the book The Go-Giver by Bob Burg, and I encourage you to get that and check it out. If you found this video helpful, I encourage you to leave comments below, like the video, share it with your friends, but above all else, I wish you great success.